Do you remember the 1997 movie Life is Beautiful? It was written and produced and starred in by Roberto Benigni. He won an Oscar for Best Actor of the Year. And when it comes to choosing our own attitudes, deciding to choose our attitude, this is one of my favorite illustrations of how that's possible. The story is set in Italy during World War II, and Guido, his wife Dora, and their 10-year-old son Joshua are taken off to a Nazi concentration camp. And in the midst of these horrid situations, Guido uses his positive spirit and his positive attitude to create some hilarious diversions that cause Joshua to, as Guido explained, this whole concentration camp, which is a real-life concentration camp, but it's a game. And if we play the game right, we will win 1,000 points, and whoever wins 1,000 points wins a tank, which is, of course, Joshua's favorite toy. So throughout all of these experiences, Guido creates this different kind of illusionary reality so that Joshua has no idea what's actually going on in the concentration camp. Even up to the very end of Guido's life, as he's walking off to be shot, he looks over at Joshua, who's hiding out, part of the game, and winks at him and goes off to his death, and Joshua doesn't know anything about it. Okay, I won't tell you the rest of the end of the story. Maybe you can hopefully get it and watch it. But I want to simply say this about the movie. It is possible that here is the power of a loving father to create a different kind of world in order to protect and comfort his son. He uses his positive attitude to create a radically different reality that he and his son live in. Well, I don't know how bad it is at your place of business and where you work, but I'm pretty sure it's not as bad as a Nazi concentration camp. And so here's my question for you. What if you could walk into work tomorrow morning and have your own choice of attitudes, that you could choose to be happy in spite of the circumstances going on at work? You could internally choose and decide to have your own positive attitude, and you could be one of the influential people, the positive influencers at your place of business. What'd you say? It would never make any difference? Oh, I got you. But here's the deal. You don't make a difference as much as you are a difference. You're just different. You're weird. I remember a long time ago, I pastored a church that nobody else wanted to pastor. They had to go a long way to find me because nobody close wanted to pastor this church. It had a very poor self-image because of a lot of years of dysfunction. And Cheryl and I walked into that church, and I just decided to have a good attitude. And so every Sunday morning when I get up to preach to my little tiny congregation, I just acted like it was the best church in the whole world, which wasn't actually true reality. But I chose to have my own spirit and my own decisions to choose my attitudes. And Cheryl and I were able to spend 9 wonderful years and bring hope and life and resurrection to this wonderful, beloved congregation. And so my challenge for you is to walk into your place of business tomorrow, and whatever is going on, whoever's fighting with whoever, forget about that. Choose your own attitude. Decide to be the difference, and then just let that influence and that positive flow out to anybody that wants to jump in with it. Let's try it. As always, I'd love to hear from you. If you'd touch base on my email address or the prayer request form that's down below, love to hear from you. God bless. my prayers are with you.